Today is Saturday, July 7th, 2023. I am sitting on a bench in a park just near the hotel Yusong, and Yusong is the small district of the big metropolitan city called Daejeon. And Yusong used to be the hot spring resort area. Not anymore, I think. Probably ran out of water or spring waters, but now it's quite well developed spa area still. So I'm sitting outside on a bench and trying to read the article about NVR, how to configure NVR and IP cameras to connect them with each other and operate in just one smooth system. So here we go. The reason I'm trying to read these is that I would like to practice English. I am Korean, so I have limited access to practice English. And by reading an English article each day, I could improve my English. What other methods are there for me to practice English than just pick a good English article and read it? By the way, I've never read this article before. I just pulled this one off the internet, thinking that probably it has good information by just going to the end and checking out the diagram and so on. So it's just pot shot method. So here we go. This one is from Versatron since 1958. Okay, so Versatron.com products. Configuring IP camera on network, a step-by-step guide for NVR configuration. Security of a property and people are important for any commercial and industrial business owner. They are investing in various security solutions such as IP, cctv cameras, and NVR systems to achieve this safety and security. IP CCTV cameras have been described and discussed several times over the years. However, network video recorders (NVR) are understated for various reasons. They are used with IP cameras to enhance the effectiveness of security installations. What makes them popular? How to set up NVR for the IP camera on the network. This post discusses everything you wish to know about NVR camera systems. Very good. What is NVR? A network video recorder. NVR is a system featuring a software application. This system is designed to collect and store the videos captured by all cameras connected to the network. NVR records these videos on mass storage devices. Unlike other storage devices, it features no specific video capture hardware, and the software is operated on a dedicated device. NVR is usually employed on the IP video surveillance systems, and they are capable of streaming video audio data on a single cable. So on this diagram, from the left to the right, it shows video monitor and video receiver, which is connected to video transmitter via simplex, multi-mode to single-mode fiber optic cable. Then the video transmitter is then connected to video camera. Types of network video camera recorders. Network video recorders, NVR, are distinguished into two types depending on their powering functions: PoE NVR and non-PoE NVR. PoE NVR. PoE NVR features PoE ports and is only compatible with cameras with PoE specifications. These cameras are plugged into the PoE port of the NVR. These recorders require no separate adapter. You can connect a Cat 5e or 6 cable from the camera to NVR. This will power the camera and support the transmission of data, audio, video over a single cable. So the signal, the traffic, consists of data, audio, and video. Non-PoE NVR. These NVRs have no ports for connecting the camera at the back panel. It requires an external power adapter or PoE switch to connect to the network camera. Most non-PoE NVRs capture built-in scan functions that can trace the cameras on the network. A brief introduction to NVR setup. Let me go back to a non-PoE NVR. These NVRs have no ports for connecting the camera at the back panel. Really, it requires an external power adapter or PoE switch to connect to the network camera. Most non-PoE NVRs feature built-in scan functions that can trace the cameras on the network. I see. So instead of having a ports, they don't have any ports to connect the cameras to the back panel. So back panel, a brief introduction to NVR setup. NVR can be set up with or without a power over Ethernet or non-PoE switch. PoE switches are used with PoE compatible cameras. The cameras are plugged into the PoE ports of NVR, and they require no individual power adapters to function. Non-PoE models feature no ports for plugging for cameras. However, they feature an inbuilt scan function that can scan the camera on the same network. The scan feature is also used by PoE models. For configuring the NVR for IP camera on the network using PoE switch, you will require some components and accessories, including a power cable, an Ethernet cable, SATA cables, security screw, and power supply cable for hard drive installation. Right? Back again. Today is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Yesterday I stopped in the middle of the reading because I was on travel. And I was at a park, and I was sitting on a bench, so I was kind of time-strapped, and the people were nearby making some noise. So I'm back, and it's a Sunday. So I'm going to finish off this article by reading it from where I left off yesterday, and I stopped here, right here. So I'm going to start from there. Okay, here we go. Most manufacturers provide technical assistance during the connection process, or they also supply an easy-to-understand instruction manual with the product and accessories. NVR is very much similar to digital video recorders, DVR. DVR is mainly used with analog cameras, whereas NVR is used with IP cameras. It is basically a DVR of an IP camera, right? If you just go horizontal for the configuration diagram, IP cameras, fiber optic cable, Cat5e or higher cable. So all the cameras are connected to a very strong fiber optic switch, and they are also fed back to the NVR here. But there could be a concentration switch. We call it concentration switch. Another very strong fiber optic switch right here. So that's where all the fiber optic switches are connected. So sometimes a very strong fiber optic media converter is used instead of switch. It just converts the signal so that it could travel via fiber optic cable to this concentration switch. Yep, DVR client. Okay, so DVR client can be connected to Here's a DVR client, and then it is connected to a DVR server and DVR client. So once you are connected to this network, you can have access to the DVR server, right? So that's quite a basic configuration for the DVR. How to configure NVR for IP camera with PoE switch? You can find Ethernet switches for IP surveillance in different configurations. The configuration starts with a hardware setup. Here is how you can proceed with a hardware setup. Take the Ethernet cable from the router and connect it at the back of NVR. Ensure that NVR is connected to the internet. Use Ethernet cables to connect the IP cameras to PoE NVR. As the NVR is enabled with the PoE technology, it can easily power the IP cameras. Take an HDMI cable or VGA cable to connect NVR and TV or monitor. Ensure that you use the right input to connect the TV or the monitor, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, or VGA. When these steps are performed properly, then NVR and IP camera connection can be easily made. Software setup is the next step in the configuration, and this can be easily done by following the instruction manual provided by the manufacturer. How to configure NVR for IP camera without PoE switch? As discussed before, NVR without PoE switch has no Ethernet ports at its back panel. It utilizes an external power adapter or an external PoE switch to power each IP camera. Like NVR with the PoE switch, the configuration of NVR for IP camera without a PoE switch also begins with a hardware configuration. Here's how to proceed. Take an Ethernet cable to connect the LAN port on the external PoE switch and the router. Then connect the router with a non-PoE NVR. Use Ethernet cables to connect all IP cameras to the PoE switch RJ45 ports. The PoE switch will deliver power as well as support video transmission. Use an HDMI cable or VGA cable to connect the monitor and the NVR. Always use the right input for making the connection. Recording will be enabled only when users add the cameras to NVR. This can be easily done by referring to the steps in the instruction manual. How to set up your IP camera system with NVR and PoE switch efficiently. Planning your IP camera system, setting up your PoE switch, connecting your IP cameras to the PoE switch, connecting your NVR to the PoE switch, monitoring and managing your IP camera system. So let's go one by one, right? Planning your IP camera system. Before setting up your IP camera system, it is important to identify your security needs. What areas do you want to monitor? Do you need 24/7 surveillance or only during specific hours? Once you have answered these questions, you can choose the right IP cameras, NVR, and PoE switch for your system. You should also decide on the number and location of cameras and calculate power and bandwidth requirements. Setting up your PoE switch. PoE, Power over Ethernet switch, is an essential component of an IP camera system. It allows you to power and connect multiple IP cameras with just one Ethernet cable. To set up your PoE switch, connect it to the network and configure the switch settings. Test the switch and ensure it works properly. Connecting your IP cameras to the PoE switch. Once your PoE switch is set up, you can attach your IP cameras to it. First, connect the cameras to the switch and configure camera settings and IP addresses. Test the cameras and ensure they work properly. You should also consider the placement of the cameras and make sure they capture the areas you want to monitor. Connecting your NVR to the PoE switch. An NVR network video recorder records and stores video from your IP cameras. To connect your NVR to the PoE switch, attach the NVR to the switch and configure NVR settings and network parameters. Test the NVR and ensure it works properly. Monitoring and managing your IP camera system. To monitor and manage your IP camera system, you can access it remotely using a computer or mobile device. You can also set up alerts and notifications to notify you when motion is detected or other events occur. It is important to regularly view network footage to ensure the system works properly and identify any security threats. Important questions on setup of NVR with IP camera answered. Here is everything you may want to know about the configuration of NVR with IP camera. Why NVR must be connected to the internet? NVR, when connected to the internet, provides easy remote access of the recordings. It sends alerts and notifications to users regularly and creates backup of the videos on cloud storage solutions. In the absence of the internet, NVR will record and stream the videos, but they will not be remotely accessible to users. What is the maximum transmission distance of the camera from the NVR? The maximum transmission distance of the Ethernet cable connecting the NVR and an IP camera is 100 meters. This distance is limited due to the attenuation of signals. The Ethernet extender is used to extend the transmission distance beyond 100 meters. Attenuation of signals. Is it necessary to use NVR with internet? No, you can use NVR without internet too. Most NVRs can be operated with cctv systems in the absence of the internet. However, the absence of internet makes it difficult to view the captured footage off-site. Do IP CCTV cameras need NVR? No, IP CCTV cameras do not always need NVR. Most IP CCTV cameras have SD card slots, allowing users to record and store videos. Can I add more cameras to NVR? Yes, you can add more cameras to NVR. If you are using an 8-channel NVR, you can add more cameras to it without buying a new NVR. Depending on your expansion plans, you can buy NVR with 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128 channels. All the above pointers will help improve your understanding on NVR systems, but that is not enough. Pointers. You must address several factors while selecting NVR security systems for your applications. First, you need to check the compatibility of NVR security systems with IP cameras on the network. Next, you need to ensure the compatibility issue, right? Next, you need to ensure the NVR camera system supports the camera resolutions Because many cannot support 12 megapixels or 4K security cameras. After all those considerations, ensure to use quality PoE switches for the connection. Veritron provides PoE media converters and switches in different configurations. PoE switches are one of the most popular products in their collection. You can contact the company's experts to discuss your requirements for PoE switches for IP CCTV cameras and NVR systems. Veritron, okay, so not Veritron. Veritron provides PoE media converters and switches in different configurations. Related product table, model, function, connector, fiber, cable, wavelength, max distance, RFQ. So they are all singular, sometimes plural, but both ways are perfectly fine. Model, transmitter, receiver, ST simplex, SM cable, 13109 nanometers, maximum distance 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, RFQ. Okay, Rich Tool. RW Tool is the president of Veritron. Wow, good. Good morning. Hi. A leading technology company specializing in data communication and networking solutions, with expertise in guiding network switches and media converters. RW Tool has played a pivotal role in driving Veritron's success. His deep understanding of these technologies has enabled the company to provide innovative and reliable solutions to clients. As a visionary leader, he ensures that Veritron remains at the forefront of the industry, delivering cutting-edge networking solutions that enhance data communication efficiency. So here, efficiency, cutting-edge technologies, his company is at the forefront of the industry, driving his company at the remaining at the forefront of the industry, innovative and reliable solutions, a deep understanding of these technologies, deep understanding, data communication and network solutions. Related blogs: how does PoE switch work? How to configure NVR for IP camera on a network? Factors to consider when choosing cables for power over Ethernet, and so on. There are many good articles that you can read at your leisure time. A quick overview of Veritron's RS-232 fiber optic modem, an evolution of Ethernet from 10 base T to 40 gigabits base T and beyond, Ethernet's speed revolution, right? And so on. Those blogs look very good article. I like this company, man, Veritron. That's good company. You can contact them via email or call them toll free if you are in the States, celebrating our 64th year from 1958 all the way to 2022. Safeguarding communication since 1958. Join our mini blip email list, specials, new products, new videos. Choose yearly, bi-yearly, quarter-yearly, monthly, or bi-monthly. We ship worldwide. That's good. So I will just go back. Right. So let's find out what the company is doing. Firstron designs and manufactures data, voice, and video communications products, which provide connectivity solutions between copper and fiber, resulting in communications links with secure transmission, greater bandwidth, extended transmission distance, immunity to EMI, RFI, ground faults, and transients. North Park Hazard. Who are we? In 1958, Verstron established itself as the first and trusted source of fiber optic technology for a variety of communications standards. As a result, Verstron's reputation is unsurpassed in providing both reliable and transparent links between copper and fiber interfaces, suitable for government, military, and commercial applications. An installed base of tens of thousands of our products can be found in critical applications all over the world. Why are we different? Products have MTBF rates of 14 plus years. We offer a lifetime warranty. Configuration diagrams are prepared for you at no extra cost. Telephone technical support is free and unlimited. Absolutely no phone loops. Quick response to your inquiry, usually within 2 hours. You, the customer, are our focus. It is our aim to provide you with a personalized approach to meeting your objective. It is also our goal to see that your relationship with Verstron is a happy one. Our 64 years of experience, now I think it's 65 years of experience as of 2023, are at your service. That's good. And if you don't see what you need, just ask. We may be able to customize products for your specific application requirements. Give us a call, send an email, or open a chat. We look forward to partnering with you to find the absolute best solution for your communication needs. Communications, ESA, Electronic Security Association, Associate Member, Membership Certificates. Very strong. They use the good expressions, reputation, we customize, meeting your company objective, personalized approach, aim, and so on. Those are good expressions and good telecom company. I like your Verstron. Everybody, if you want to have a business with IP cameras and NVRs, and this is your company, I think, have a good partnership because they want partnering with you and have fun and good installation. And I'm not sure what the MBTF. I will look into it later, but obviously they have a long lifetime warranty for CCTV cameras. So good going. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.